rolling. Hello and welcome. I'm your host for today on Cringy Said Cancer channel for top five comments on YouTube for order of magnitude and HUFF subscriber followers who comment him and hate watch him. These are the best and fantastic type of comments that order of magnitude may get when doing a typical HUFF video. These include and not just saturated to cringy comments. So enjoy and let's get on with this. Alright fam! God, this is fucking shit. What the fuck am I even bothering my life, man? Really? I don't want to do this video. Why I've heard this video all the time. Did you know how much pain that I have to go through this? This is the sort of torture I get. Cause you had a bad day, you take it one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around. You say you don't know, you tell me don't lie, you work and a smile and you go for a ride. You had a bad day, the camera don't lie. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's not even me worth doing it in any... Fine, I'll do it. Fudge sakes. Fine, let's talk about it. The jealous, hater, negative comment. Oh yes, anytime a HUFF video is ever put out on my channel, or any person who puts out a channel for that matter, a video relating to HUFF Paranormal debunking or showing an issue, usually a comment goes along the lines of, you are just jealous. You are completely jealous. You are a negative person. You've probably got a demon attached to you or something, and you're a hater. Hater. Because that comment alone just completely wipes everything off the table. You know, you got to think about the jump cuts, point out the jump cuts. It's irrelevant because you're a hater. You got to think about, proof that this dude has put his own sound samples into his apps, therefore can put any reply he wants onto his spirit box sessions. Relevant. You're jealous. And also, if you really need to know, if you've got an issue with the fact that he deletes all the comments and anything like that, well, it's irrelevant. Do you know why? Because you are negative. And negative people, well, you're bad for my karma, man. Just gotta be happy. Gotta be happy for these things and you'll get on so much better in life. Tear. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Yes, the non-believer comment. This is a good one. This is a brilliant one because it's sort of one or two ways really. It's like, well, you don't believe in the paranormal, you're skeptic. Until something happens to you, then you don't know. You know shit, you do. You know nothing. Well, first of all, I lived in a house for over a decade that had certain activities, a lot of activities in fact, and my avatar is, as you know, and if you really need to see it, there's plenty of pictures of it about, maybe I'll just insert one in at the end of this just to show you, of an entity that lived in our house, known as Charlie, or named as Charlie anyway, and the photo was got in a very paranormal way. It wasn't taken through pictures of beer glasses or whatever. It was literally just taking a picture and it came up on screen. But the point is this, right? As a non-believer, well, I'm not. I'm actually a full-on skeptic that's been turned around into knowing that something exists that we can't see instantly. And how do I describe this? You see, just because the paranormal exists, that doesn't mean to say that Mr. HUFF is legit. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to separate the two. Mr. HUFF is not the spokesperson for the paranormal, okay? Separate the two. Yes, the paranormal exists, but Mr. HUFF is a fake ass. It's as simple as that, you know? Therefore, this doesn't just boil down just to him. I'll give you another example. Hunting the dead? Oh dear. Man, did you just find a Dybbuk box in the back of your garden? How convenient, just like every other YouTuber out there seems to have one. Where's mine? I'm waiting for mine to turn up. I don't know, mail order or something. But every channel, you should always, look to be objective, with their stuff. If someone is uploading, like, every couple of days, and their contact or evidence is just freaking amazing constantly. I bet there's jump cuts in there, I bet there's sound samples, but you know, that aside, then that's a red flag. The paranormal is, it's a word, yeah? Normal. Para, not normal. If they're doing this all the time, and they're getting consistent results every upload, I'm not about people that upload once every 3 months because, you know, they're perfectionists and want to get the best results. Well, apart from that being a red flag, you know, yeah, well, it's just normal now, isn't it? It's not paranormal. It's normal. So, be objective. A bit of knowledge goes a long way in this sort of thing. It's very easy to get sidetracked on this. Yeah, you are a non-believer, and the paranormal is real, ergo, HUFF Paranormal is real. No, separate the two. My line, or a channel that is worth its salt and actually has an objectivity between believing and understanding the paranormal, would go like this, okay? I cannot prove to you that I am talking to the dead. I cannot prove to you that I am talking to a demon, despite how clearly this is coming out. There you go. Because what I can prove to you, though, is something is answering back, and it has intelligence. That's how you should go about this. Stream some games on my channel, well, chatting crap together, you know. Talking spirit, talking Jesus. Whatever we talk about. Jesus, yeah, thanks spirit, we'll talk Jesus. This here is the magnitude 587, completely customised, loaded with a 200% positivity, so you can get clearer spirit communication. There is a strong aura and a magnet inside that uses the spirits to manipulate the jackassness out of your bank account. Yours for just $4,000. It's absolutely priceless. You can't put a price in this sort of thing. Okay, I joke, I jest. And I don't have a problem with people making things and selling things, be it merchandise or whatever, even advice to a degree. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is complete fake, false advertising and massively overinflated goods not worth anywhere near that amount. And on top of that, a no returns policy at all. And the thing is, as well, because of the way he set up his channel in terms of what I was on about negative and things like that, if you complain or you feel it's not as advertised, it's your fault. You don't have the connection yet. You don't know what you're doing. Only real people that know what they're doing with this, i.e. do it his way, in terms of play the correct app through, which will fool you the best, and record your session, and you really must trick yourself into believing you're getting a communication come through rather than being judged. Okay, this isn't really doing what it's doing. You see, he has the thing called the Wonder Box or the Soul Speaker or the Portal. It's had many different names. He's had it for many years now. And all it is not actually a spirit box. At least this is a spirit box. And no, this is not for sale. No, it is nothing special at all. It is just like, actually it's nothing like, but objectively speaking, this is just like his, his product. It is just literally decoration. Everything that is on his magical wonder box, portal, soul speaker is purely for show and decoration. It does nothing, scientifically unproven, to do anything to get any better communication in the slightest. And this is the next thing that comes up. It is not a spirit box of any sort. Do you know what it actually is? If you really want to know. Shall I show you what it is? I'll show you what it is. In small form at least. That's what it is. It's a guitar amp. And what he's done, he's put crystals, decorated it and all that. And granted, it is a good maker guitar amp. Lunchbox is what he usually uses. And yeah, what it is, those cost a couple of £100. Not that much really. So how does he justify the up to $4,000, usually about $2,000 or $3,000 price tag with no returns? Well, the decoration. He makes it sound like he has some sort of massive science experiment going along with it, like, inventing things. Well, first of all, it's not invented in any way or form. I mean, he didn't invent the guitar amp, did he? all he did, and he was actually told this, he didn't discover this himself, is, hey, you can stick your spirit box in and make it all reverby, and it makes it all spooky sounding, and technically the idea was it makes the replies last longer or whatever, and at first it sort of seemed like a good idea, but then people come to realise all you're doing is muddying up the sounds so much and so gookily that eventually you're just hearing what you want, because it's causing pareidolia. It's not clear at all. It's just saturated in echo, and then you can just, subtitle what the hell you want. Yeah, so how does he justify this? I don't really answer that question. Well, allegedly it takes him weeks to build these things, a bit of spray paint, a bit of super glue, and don't forget to scratch off that serial number, because we wouldn't want Lunchbox suing you, would we, of course? Calls himself an inventor, he hasn't invented anything. You could kindly say he's an assembler, because he assembled it, but a 5-year-old could probably do that. Yeah, it's nothing but just for looks. And then there's the outright lies. I reprogrammed those pedals to do things. You didn't reprogram anything, because you cannot reprogram a read-only memory, a ROM. Those pedals have chips in them, and it's a chip with read-only memory. You can't reprogram that. So, utter lies as well. But hey, he'll just gloss over that. Guess what? I'm a negative, jealous hater. But you didn't do what the title said, Mr. Magnitude. It's not for sale. Now, see, what he'll do to get around the justification in the price as well, another justification is, I don't really make these. Every time I make one of these, I lose money on this. I go into the red. I do it from because only a few people get them. Not true, and they are for sale. He has a website. Go to his website and you can get one. Or he's touted on eBay quite a few times, okay? So you can go on eBay and get them. So yes, they are for sale and they're plentiful. And he'll even turn around to some people and say, okay, I'm not reselling these anymore, but if you hush about it, I'll do you one, alright? You pay for it up front, because, I got to get these really expensive parts. Okay, sometimes he does put a bit of gold in there, or probably gold plating more than likely, but you know what I mean, maximise your profits. Does this a lot, doesn't he? But you get the gist, It's very clever marketing, and it's hush-hush, cloak and dagger effects. I've even heard some horror stories where he's met people in person, and he'll say something along the lines of, your mother's here. And she's talking to me now because he's a medium. I don't know how he became a medium, but magically overnight he became a medium one day. What's that? She says she'd like to continue this conversation. Wouldn't it be nice to continue the conversation? If you have one of these devices, you can continue that conversation with your mum. She's here now. And that is pretty low. Not good. There is a particular video out there which was actually discovered by Mortis the Wizard, but actually originally done by a channel called Debunking Huff, which no longer exists, that channel anymore. But this video can be sort of found on my channel, but not for the foreseeable future at least. But it can be found on EVP Paranormal Science's channel, who is the guy who did the Debunking Huff channel. Pointing out from Mortis's findings that Mr. Huff actually puts in his own samples, like I said. And a lot of people commented on this video saying that, no, you don't understand apps and ITC, you don't understand it at all. No, you guys didn't understand the video. You see, I don't believe in apps. Well, at least the banked kind, anyway, because the problem I have with them is you're meant to have like hundreds, if not thousands, of MP3 snippets, and, well, yeah, you ask a question, and the app spews something out, and, what is your name? John. Okay, that's great. But now what you've got to do is you've got to, obviously, record your session. Now, what you're going to have to do is open up that app, and you're going to have to go through all those MP3 files, because the spirit is meant to manipulate, the sound to say what it wants to say, not just play the sound sample. And if John is in one of his MP3 sections, well, I don't think it's a hit necessarily. And can Spirit pick and choose what sample it needs? I'm sort of on a doubting side. I mean, that's not definitively proven that can't be the case, but I think that it's more of an analogue thing, but again, it's a theory. This isn't fact or scientific proven. But anyway, this video that has been viewed multiple times by lots of people and is acknowledged by people like Josh, even though Josh just is like, no. Huff just thought it was communication. He just misread it, that's all, and people think this is the big evidence that they've got on him. Yeah, well, what you guys don't understand is that app that he used was a rigged app. it didn't have hundreds or even tens of MP3 samples. It had just 2, and each was at 10 minutes long, and it was sampled from a video from an ASMR video, and it had the word "You Are Chosen" in it, which is where the whole "You Are Chosen" thing came from. So yeah, I don't understand ITC. That's what that is. You don't understand ITC, how this works. You haven't proven anything, you know. In fact, you've just proven his point that that's how it works. Oh boy, what these people need to understand is the actual fundamentals of ITC. What is it you're trying to prove? See, this is another thing as well. The other thing with ITC, with Mr. Huff, when he uses his dead celebrity sessions, he'll play a video backwards of said dead celebrity, and any words that come out backwards, well, that's undebunkable, because it's gibberish backwards, isn't it? Surely our brains can't make words out of patterns, possibly. And I've even shown you a handy way of how to debunk this, or not, because, as you said, the fundamentals of ITC is spirit is meant to manipulate the sound, yeah, to make what he wants, right? Manipulating that sound, changing that sound. So this is how you debunk his celebrity session, or validate if he's got a genuine capture. So you do your session, or he does his session of his backwards video, and it says, I don't know, I'm here but I'm dead, in reverse, you know, from a backward video. That's great. So now you've recorded that session, you think you've got that capture, play your video backwards, so it now faces forwards, and compare it to the original video. With me? The original video got off, because if Spirit has manipulated that, if you play the original video and your video that's now backwards, therefore going forwards, well, as it gets to the point where that reply came in, your video should be different, because Spirit manipulated something. It shouldn't be a bit gibberish, a bit different, because Spirit manipulated. But oh look, it sounds exactly the same as the original video. Debunked. I understand ITC perfectly, and the fundamentals of. Do you? This is another thing as well. People can say, well, Mr. Magnitude, your replies in your spirit box, like that clip you just showed us on one of your other, subjects a second ago. How do you know that that wasn't the radio? You know, because radio has a lot of things, you know. There's DJ John. Who's there? John. Yeah, DJ John. Always on at 9 o'clock at night. Oh, look, it's 9 o'clock. Well, what a lot of the time I ask for with my sessions, if I can, I haven't done it for a while actually, is I usually ask for swear words. Oh my god, the negative. You're going for the negative shit? Getting demon on your box? Oh, sugar. That's bad news. Look, guys, I'm not really fussed about if good or bad or even ugly comes through. I'm just here to chase the evidence when I do my paranormal stuff. Granted, this channel is quite wide-ranging, not just about the paranormal per se, hence why it's called Order of Magnitude, the Paranormal and the Personal. It should be just called in every other shit as well. But my point is this, right? On a radio, or at least in Britain, we are not allowed to have swear words broadcasted. So when I'm called a twat, or you know, I almost goad them to call me names, say the swears, say fuck, say slut, say whatever. Pardon? That isn't going to be broadcasted on a radio, or at least it's very unlikely. If it is, the DJ is having a meltdown and he's going to be fired tomorrow. I can guarantee you that. So, look for validation. I don't just mean, can you say plant pot? Oh yes, there's a plant pot on my side there. The fundamentals of ITC. How far, what are you trying to prove here? You know? This be the last one, usually from people who are really, really passive-aggressive, like, you know, I'm going to pray for you. I think you are possibly possessed by a demon because of all the hate that you spawn. I mean, what could have given them that idea that I'm possessed? That's all, folks. Now, piss off, Huff fans. Oh shit, if I text and see you.
Bah! Here, trying to trigger a few snowflakes and get a few thumbs down, and basically just piss off Magnitude's channel, really. I got a great idea, maybe I'll try some shelling or something, that might work, that usually annoys people. Help keep the Magnitudes, keep a roof over their head, so they can survive as a lovely family and all that cutesy stuff. There is a link in the description where you can tip them, or go to their Patreon, which has absolutely nothing on it, and is a complete fucking waste of time. Either way, it's up to you. And that way, you can then send them a direct message and tell them what videos you'd like to see in the future, or how fucking useless they are. Either way, it's all good. There you are, my bit's done. Shield, I've really annoyed some people. That's OOM for you, that's what I do. Goodbye, tossers.